Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Live in the Hive. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have we all got sore heads? Are we all still in a celebratory mood? Come on, we did it. England did it. We are through to the final on Sunday. I'm sure we all watched last night. Well, I know that I did, and millions of others watched England beat Denmark. Wasn't it wonderful? Look at this. Oh, the man, Harry Kane. Wow. What an evening it was. I tell you what, I was sweating. I had to change 3 times. I was on the edge of my sofa thinking, come on. In fact, I made up any excuse to go and make a brew because I just thought I can't take it anymore, especially as we went to extra time. But as I say, Sunday night, we're going to be watching this, aren't we? Oh, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. A moment in history. So, yeah, please do tonight tell me what you thought of last night's game, what your predictions might be for Sunday. Is it going to be coming home? I really, really hope so. But enough of last night. Let's concentrate on this evening because we have got a great show coming up for you. And of course, every week I am joined by the fabulous mini-me's that are Harry and Daisy. So welcome to the show, guys.
Hi.
And how are you this week?
We're good. Yeah. Had a good week. Very tired from the football match, though.
Oh, of course. Well, what did you think? Do you think we've got a chance on Sunday?
Yes. Yeah. I feel like we can bring it. It's coming home, England.
Hey, that's what I love. Now, actually, your fact of the week, which you usually do later on in the show, we thought it was quite apt to do it now because isn't it connected to football?
It is. So I'm going to tell you my fact. So my fact is that football was invented in China in nearly 476 BC.
China? That early?
Yeah.
Wowzers. That's a great
what they were
fact.
kicking the ball with. I wonder what they were kicking around.
Do you know what? We're going to make history like that on Sunday if we win. Harry, can I just ask? You are my best announcer, and I love you being on the show each week. I'm sorry, Daisy. I am sorry. But Harry is fantastic at what he does. Harry, you're a bit excited tonight about who we've got on. Can you tell the whole audience watching tonight, who have we got on the show?
Joe Houston, Bernie Hollywood.
That was brilliant. Joe Houston and Bernie Hollywood. Indeed we have. They are some great guests. So I will let you guys go. Say goodbye to everybody and we'll see you next week.
Joe Houston and Bernie Hollywood.
Hi.
And
Twice.
Joe Houston and Bernie Hollywood.
Fantastic. I love it. Right. I shall see you later, guys.
Bernie Hollywood.
Oh, do you know what? Every single week, I don't feed him Haribos before the show, honestly, guys. So if you are watching tonight, then please do join in on what we have got, which is the Facebook comments, and we've got the YouTube comments, because we like to hear from you guys at home. So please join in the conversation. If you are not following us on Facebook, how very dare you? All you need to do is press the follow button on Live in the Hive, and YouTube. We'd love you to subscribe. So press that subscribe button, please. And then you get notifications every time we go live every week. And you won't miss a single episode. Brilliant. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first guest this evening. He is an absolutely fantastic guy. He is musical theatre personified. I think he was born with jazz hands in his hair just like me in the hair. He's got great hair, by the way. Welcome to Live in the Hive, Joe Houston.
I thought I'd do jazz.
How are you, lovely?
I'm good, thank you. I mean, I've never had an introduction like that before from Harry. It was amazing, just constantly saying my name. It was great.
I know. Do you know what? Imagine him at the Oscars announcing like the names of the winners. He would definitely overrun all the time, wouldn't it? But no, he gets very excited. And actually, I'm very excited to have you on the Hive tonight because I've missed you. I have missed Hope Mill Theatre in general over the past 18 months. It's been such a hard time.
It has been, and we've missed you as well. We've missed everyone. You know, recently we have been able to open, you know, at the end of May, and get some people back through the doors. And you know, that's what we do it for. You know that we do it for the audiences. We do it for all of our supporters. And you know, to not have people coming through the doors, then we're nothing really. So it has been a tough 18 months. But you know, we're fighters, Michelle. You know that we're small, but we've got big ambitions. So we've worked really hard over the past 18 months to still stay engaged with our audiences and make sure that we can still bring them shows. And yeah, it's just we're getting back to it slowly but surely. We're getting back to it.
Because you are the co-owner of Hope Mill Theatre with your wonderful husband, Will. And what you have done for that theatre in the years that you've had it. How many years now is it? Is it 4?
No, we're coming up on 6 this year.
Shut up. Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's because we lost last year.
Yeah, well, that's what it feels like. But yeah, we're 5.5. We celebrated our 5.5 years last October. So this October, it's 6 years.
Wowzers. And if anybody hasn't gone to Hope Mill Theatre, it is an absolute gem of a place. You're in Great Ancoats, which is in Manchester. And I have to say, the theatre puts on incredible productions because you do lots of different revivals. It's all fresh things. At the moment, you're going to be putting on Rent again, which I got the pleasure of seeing just before that second lot of lockdown, which is fantastic. And the intimacy that you have in the theatre, because it is quite of a small capacity, is just you're so close to the action. It gives me goosebumps.
Well, that's what makes us unique. You know, we're bringing to life these massive shows and productions, but you're not sitting, you know, way back at the back of the dress circle. You know, you're really there, you know, part of the action and part of the story. And that's what really makes, you know, seeing a show at Hope Mill very special.
It does. It really does. And as you say, you've kind of had to adapt over the past 18 months. Some of your productions went online. So I've just seen Hushabye Mountain, which was superb, the Jonathan Harvey play. But now you're doing something which is brand new to you guys. You're doing your very first Hope Fest. It sounds amazing.
I know. What are we doing, Michelle? Yeah, you know, we came into the start of the year and there was still so much uncertainty around theatre. And, you know, once we sort of got over the Christmas lull and into the new year, and we were feeling really deflated because we were just coming off the back of Rent, which had been a great success online. And we really didn't know what to do next. And we thought, you know, we need to do what we do best, and that is push ourselves to the limit, be ambitious, and create, you know, work. So we looked at an outdoor festival, and really that came off the back of last year as things started to open. As you'll remember, a lot of outdoor theatre was able to open, you know, very early on, and we just off the back of that thought, well, look, if anything, we can sort of guarantee that if we do anything outdoor, you know, it might be able to happen. And we just ran with that idea. So for the past, you know, 4 months, we've been planning this massive festival, you know, Hope Fest, which is going to be, you know, in our local area still, which we're really, you know, passionate about. It's going to be at the New Islington, right next to New Islington tram stop. It's going to be on the corner of Great Ancoats Street and Pollard Street being, you know, where our home is. So we're going for a 3-week outdoor festival. We're going to have an outside bar area, barbecue, serving, you know, pizzas, burgers. We're going to have local beers, local gin companies. And then the theatre tent is inside theatre tent, 250 capacity. People will be sitting at tables, and we've just filled it with, you know, a programme of work that really there is something for everyone.
Well, we just saw some pictures there on screen of it. It looks absolutely fantastic what you're planning to do. The great thing is you've got that tent. So we live in Manchester. We know it can rain. So you've got a really great area. You know, Boris was never going to be able to stop this one because, you know, you're outdoors and you've got all the social distancing in place so people will feel safe. And this lineup is fantastic. Look at this lineup. I'm really so excited of it. You've got 4 weeks there, haven't you, of just amazing content, you know, from From comedy, you've got Frozen sing-along, which my daughter Daisy would absolutely love. You've got, oh my God, you've got musical theatre, everything. Is there a particular production event that you're looking forward to? Or is that like me asking, you to name your favorite pet?
I know you were going to ask me that, and I was like, and I went, do you know what? The answer is everything, because a lot of the shows that we have, we some new companies we've worked with before, some companies that we have worked with in the past, like Jason Manford's Comedy Club. We've had them at Hope Mill before, Matt and Fred's, the jazz and music bar in Ancoats. We've never worked with them before, so it's great to have them as part of the festival. There's stuff there, the musical theatre show, of course, which is, as we've got to put some musical theatre in there. We're very excited about that. We've even got an event for dogs, dog lovers to come down, bring their dogs down. Yep, there's Hayley. She's going to be there hosting the event for us. So really, there's such an amazing lineup. I honestly couldn't pick. I mean, we've got Dolly Parton, not the Dolly Parton, but we have Dolly Parton a tribute act coming down, and she is incredible. And on top of that, there's, Frankie Valli tribute. There's, like you said, Frozen sing-along. Yeah, there's so much. I love that I'm saying this and the pictures are coming up. It's just brilliant.
I think, do you know what? Like you say, there is something in there for everyone. I'm very excited about the Dog Fest, though. We saw Hayley Tamerden there, who's one of Hope Mill Theatre's patrons. She's going to be hosting that. And I've just got a little doggy called Bear. He's 8 months old. And I just think, you're catering for us all. And I believe there's going to be a doggy DJ.
There's going to be a doggy DJ. I'm not saying who it is, but I've seen the doggy costume, and I have to say it's worth coming down just to see someone in the costume. But yeah, we're going to have a doggy DJ going to be there playing all of those tunes that are dog themed, Puppy Love, Who Let the Dogs Out. It's going to be such a great afternoon. And, it's just, after the 18 months that we've all had, we're all looking for that escapism. We're all looking for something new. And I think this is the perfect thing, there's good weather the good weather's back on the way, so you'll be able to come on down, drink in the bar beforehand, have a pizza or a burger, and then just enjoy some really fun, great entertainment.
Now, it starts, as we saw on the screen earlier, it's the 16th of July, so we've not got long to wait. Goes all the way on till the 8th of August, when you can possibly then have kind of a breathe. But talking about that, do you get to enjoy what's going on? Because I know you and Will are so hands-on at Hope Mill. I know you're going to be the same with Hope Fest. Are you going to get that time to go and watch anything?
You know what? We will be there. We'll be there every day and every night, and we will be because A, we're excited about it, but B, because we work hard, and to you've got to put in that level of hard work, and that's something that we've learned. And we're so passionate about what we do, and we're so passionate about Hope Mill and what we've built. So yeah, we want to be there. We want to be there every second to make sure that not only can we be there to support our amazing team, but that we're there enjoying it as well. So absolutely, there's so much that I'm excited about. Those events that I'm going to grab a cheeky drink and stand in a theatre tent and dance at the back.
Oh, good for you. You so deserve to do that. Absolutely. I do believe, though, at the moment, you have got a competition going on for anybody who is interested. And I've got to say, it did catch my eye because it's all to do with Coyote Ugly. Now, you're doing a screening at Hope Fest, aren't you? Coyote Ugly, 2000 it came out, Joe. Where did those years go?
Those years go, Michelle. It's crazy. It's like an iconic film now. But yeah, we're super excited. We're having a film showing of the cult classic Coyote Ugly film, and the tickets also include 2 cocktails as well. So you can come down, watch the film with your gal pals, put on your cowboy boots and your denim shorts, and yeah, just enjoy a great film.
Well, the competition is very exciting as well and very fun because if anybody has ever seen the film, it does involve people in a bar and basically they get up on the bar and they start singing. Coyote Ugly is the place of the bar and it's a fun place to be. Now, you want people to lip sync to the song from the film, Leanne Rimes' Can't Find the Moonlight. And so I had to go. I know. Joe, do you want to take a look? Do you think I'm up to scratch? Let's have a look at this, okay? And you tell me your verdict.
Tonight, you can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight deep in the dark. You'll surrender your heart, but you know that you can't fight the moonlight. No, you can't fight it. It's gonna get to your heart.
The things you do on a Thursday afternoon, Joe.
Michelle, what do your neighbours think when they look out their window? Oh,
I'm like.
that was so good. And with the dog, brilliant. I love that. It was brilliant.
Was my lip syncing up to scratch?
I have to say, I mean, that was like RuPaul Drag Race standard lip syncing there. I thought that was Leanne Rimes.
Oh, you have made my day.
Honestly, you on every word.
Well, we're here in the Hive. We're in a bar. We've got to do it. It's my garden bar. I can be Leanne Rimes for one day only. But if anybody wants to have a go at lip syncing, they just send their videos to your social site, which is at Hope Mill Theatre 1 and hashtag HopeFest. It was up on the screen a moment ago. So get involved. It's a bit of a laugh and we all need that right now. But before I let you go, I have to say look at this.
No.
Yeah. So I really am a big fan of Coyote Ugly because a couple of years ago, I got to meet the man who is the star of that, Adam Garcia. Look how pleased I am, Joe.
And also,
look at that face.
Saturday Night Fever. I mean, he is just, wow. Lucky you.
He's quite a dish, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
I know. But do you know what? Coyote Ugly will get loads of people coming for that screening. It is a great show. You've got a great festival. I am so looking forward to it. Thanks for bringing so much joy into people's life. And I am so glad that Hope Mill Theatre is back. Please don't let it ever go away again. Missed it so much.
We aren't going anywhere, Michelle, and thank you so much for your support as well. And we can't wait to welcome you to Hope Fest.
Yay! Brilliant. So if anybody wants to get tickets for Hope Fest, all they have to do is go to the website and we'll put it up on the screen now. It is hopemilltheatre.co.uk. So we'll see you there, Joe.
I will see you there.
Oh, take care, lovely. All right, see you. That was a wonderful Joe Houston and the amazing Hope Fest. It's going to be fantastic. And they've got loads coming up. They've got Rent, which is going to be at the theatre as well very soon. And also this Christmas, they are doing The Wiz. So do watch out for all of that. And if you haven't been to Hope Mill Theatre, what are you doing, guys? You've got to go down there. It is a brilliant theatre, as I say, a real gem. Now, I have been joined in the Hive with my husband. I know I have promised for a long time to get my husband on the Hive and he has refused. It's taken our next guest to get him out of not coming to the spotlight. Justin, move in.
I'll try.
He's going to try. I'm going to move that back so we can see. There you go.
Hi.
It's Mr. Eagleton in the house.
I'm a real person.
He is a real person and he's live in the Hive with me this evening for a very, very special reason. We're going to come to that in a moment. We've got some comments from people on the screen tonight and they are watching. So we've got one coming from Heather. Oh, they are adorable. Michelle Eagleton. I believe she's talking about our children there.
Not talking about me, is she?
No. And lovely Mandy over in Texas says, brilliant lip syncing. Thank you very much, Mandy. Thank you. And then we have got one, Tally Bookbinder.
Whoop, whoop.
She was our guest on our very first launch show, and she is whoop whoop Justin. We
love you, Tally.
Cheers. So yeah, so keep those comments coming in, guys. It's really good to have you join in on the show and the action. So I've got you in for a very special reason, because we have an amazing guest now coming up. Would you like to introduce this guest? Because I believe you know him more than I do.
Yeah, I'd introduce you to somebody who's become a very close friend, somebody who I am enjoying working with and I've still never met, even though I feel like we're almost joined at the hip right now. Somebody I adore. It's the incredible Bernie Hollywood OBE in the same t-shirt as me.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Bernie.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Bernie.
Hi,
I've dragged him in, and it was
Yeah.
only you, Bernie, that could make him come on the show. Can you believe that? 6 shows in,
Yeah.
and he's come just for you, not for his wife.
Oh, well, I'm honoured, Justin. Thank you, man.
Well, we're going to come back to you a little bit later on. You enjoy your wine. I'm going to
I'll
have
enjoy my wine.
a little bit of a chat with Bernie right now. Thank you so much for joining us, Bernie.
It's a pleasure, Michelle.
Great to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's so much I can talk about you, Bernie. I could actually have this show, another show, and another show. And I know that you are a humble guy, and I know that you don't want to talk too much about yourself. But I have to say, for anybody who doesn't know you, and your surname is fantastic for a start, Bernie Hollywood, brilliant. That needs to be in lights. You are what they call a charity guru. You have spent most of your life raising money, a lot of money, for some brilliant charities. You don't stop. I mean, you've done some fantastic challenges over the years. I have to say, doing 42 marathons back to back has to be incredible. I mean,
Thank you.
what was that experience like, doing 42 marathons back to back? How do you do it?
Yeah, it was a lot of preparation, Michelle, to be fair. I think it took about a year to get ready for it. But once we got going, because we ran from John O'Groats to Land's End in 20 days. Once we got going, I had a great team of people behind me that really sort of, on my difficult days, which there were many, because it was 52 miles every day for 20 consecutive days. And then we ran the London Marathon at the very end of it. That was our 41st marathon. It was really my friends and my supporters who were with me during that particular adventure that got me through it, to be honest with you, because there were some real tough days. But yeah, it's, as I say, I think it's really incredible when times get tough, you need your friends behind you. And
Absolutely.
That's what
Absolutely. But as I say, we're going to get to what your latest challenge is very, very soon. I have to show this picture first because, you know, this is well deserved. You've got an OBE, as we introduced you, Bernie Hollywood OBE, and there's you with the Queen. What was that day like for you?
It was very humbling, and I was very proud because I was very fortunate to bring 3 guests with me, and I brought my 2 fabulous sons, Lewis and Macaulay, and I brought my friend who nominated me, which I didn't even know I was nominated. So Richard came along with us on the day as well, because he did all the hard work. It took about, I think he told me it took 10 years to get the nomination through, and many meetings with the cabinet office to actually sort of verify things and etc. etc. So I thought just to say a big thank you to Richard. I brought him along to the palace, and we had an amazing day. Meeting Her Majesty was a great honour.
Oh God, she looks wonderful there as well. You do as well, all topped up.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't scrub up too badly when I get my tops on.
Well, both you and my husband sitting next to me have got these fantastic tops on for a reason this evening. Let's talk about your latest project. I think it's so inspirational. It's the Boat of Hope.
It is. Thanks, Michelle.
Tell us how you came up with the idea and what is involved in it.
Well, the Boat of Hope was an idea that I came up with around about 2.5-3 years ago, and it's basically a subject that's very personal to me, and it's to do with depression. And sadly, in my life, I have 2 very, very close people within my life that suffer very badly with acute depression, and it really was as a consequence of that and what carers, guardians, and parents go through. looking after their families with depression, that really really was a kick in the backside to do something about it. I felt that really as a carer, guardian and parent, there was a missing link from the point of view that depression is very stigmatized. It's not talked about, it's brushed underneath the carpet. And I just felt that, if we could actually bring it out into the open and have a discussion with children, with parents, guardians and carers, and try and destigmatize what depression actually is, through the mediums of art, music, film, and written word and adventure. And when you put all of that together as an amalgam, you get an amazing transformational story, which actually people really want. The world needs stories, transformational stories to move people to take action around the world. And we've seen that with many activists over the last 12 months.
Absolutely. So what you plan to do with the Boat of Hope is kind of put all that together, don't you? And it starts off initially in December this year.
It does. Yeah.
So it's going to be launched then, and then you've got so many things that are going on until you actually take part in a challenge in December 2022. So there's a long time that you've got. Now, this boat is a very special boat. Okay, so this boat, I think it's incredible what you're doing. It's going to be the first interactive boat, isn't it? So, and the boat, to let everybody know, at the end in December 2020 is going to be home to you.
It is
for between 40, I think you said 40 and 80
40 to 80,
days.
40 to 80 plus days. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when you go across the Atlantic and sail 3,000 miles on your own.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Well, thank you. You can thank me when I do it. It's yet to be done. So the preparation is well in hand, and we've got, as I say, an incredible team of people on the Boat of Hope. Justin is obviously one of those amazing people, which we'll talk about in a moment. So yeah, we've got such a great group of people that have come together that actually understand that opening a conversation about depression can help so many people in the future. And how we're doing it is through transformational stories that we'll hear a little bit about later. But it's an incredible campaign brought together by the people that have actually come together. I play a very small part of it. I'm very, very proud of the people that have come together to make it happen. It's going to save a lot of lives.
I do think so. I really, really do. Because as you say, getting a conversation started is so important. What the boat is going to do before it goes to do that challenge is you're going on tour with it and taking it around 50 schools across the UK, aren't you? Which I think is amazing, because young people really do need to have a place where they can open up, and they can do that through seeing the boat and the visuals that are going to be on the boat. Shall I bring in Justin to talk about the visuals?
Yeah, bring in the man. Yeah, absolutely. Bring in the man.
Hi.
Hi, Justin.
Hi.
So, Justin, not only my husband, you are an artist and you've done the work on this boat. And it's just a massive project, isn't it, to get it right?
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible project. I'm listening to Bernie there. It still gives me goosebumps every time I hear you speak about it. And I think it's just a project coming from love, coming from a good place, and to change people's lives. And I'm very humbled and very honoured to be working with you. And I think it's going to be an amazing journey. Like you say, if we can make a difference to one life, we've succeeded.
What type of visuals have you got on the boat then? And how do you go about choosing them?
Well, we've sort of had a bit of a collaboration. We asked the main question, which is a very difficult question. I'd like to put it out there to everybody who's listening or watching, is what does hope mean to you? And it's very, very difficult to put your finger on. It's different for everybody. So what we're doing, we one side of the boat, we've done a very sort of contrasting look at it. It's a 42 foot, is it? 21 foot either way?
Yeah, you've produced a 42-foot mural.
So it's a 42-foot mural, 21 foot either side.
Yeah.
So we covering the boat with every picture under the sun, which is going to handle all aspects of depression, all aspects of where it takes you. Just going off a visual thing, we're starting off with Bernie's journey and all the incredible achievements, as some of you've mentioned here. Lots of the team will be involved within the artwork. They will flow through it. But then we sort of handle, I've made the sort of simile with the fact that he is going out to ocean. It is going to be very difficult. There will be times where he will be isolated and will be on his own. And I wanted to try and capture that in the boat. So we've got stormy seas, being lonely, being isolated, lots of key messages in there. And then obviously the contrast with that thing that people do on social media of, I'm amazing, my world is amazing, here's a selfie of me looking amazing. You put your phone down and your whole world is upside down. It's almost like living your life online is the life that you want to appear to have to everybody. And I'm trying to sort of make a contrast with that. So using lots of emojis, lots of negative emojis, trolling, and sort of lots of negative things, but also giving that aspect of hope that, there is help out there.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at a little bit of the boat. This is done by Milk Media. We've got a clip, a little teaser of what the boat is going to look like, and Bernie talking about you.
We will choose some poignant pieces of artwork which reflect the feeling of children within the nation at the moment. And they're going to be put into an incredible mural that I've commissioned with an incredible artist called Justin Eagleton. And that mural will then effectively be wrapped around my ocean-going boat. Already on the first half of our boat, there's over 1,000 images of people. So I've got 1,000 individuals coming with me on one side of the boat, and no doubt there'll be another 1,000 on the other side of the boat. So, when I'm down, and I will get down, there's no question about it, I can just jump off and have a look at all these amazing people that are supporting me and taking me along this journey, and just remind me of why I'm doing it.
So it's brilliant in so many ways, and it was nice to get a little bit of a tease there of the boat. It was kind of like zoomed out, so we can't see the exact bit because we don't want to reveal it just yet, do we, Bernie?
No, not just yet, Michelle. It's going to be revealed to the world in a very special unveiling down in London in November this year, which obviously sort of Justin's come along to, and yourself. It's going to be a wonderful occasion, and again, an opportunity to have that discussion about depression.
Absolutely. And I mentioned before it's interactive. I love this. Tell us a little bit about that interaction, Bernie.
Well, Justin's playing a huge part in it as well with regards to the interactive side of things. But it's going to be the first interactive tap to donate boat in the world. So anybody that wants to come along and make a donation to our campaign can actually bring their smartphone with Apple Pay, Google Pay, or you can bring your contactless card. And if you touch the boat and make a donation, the boat actually will give you a reward in the form of an amazing musical score that's been written by a great musician that's a part of our team called Ben Hughes. So you're going to get amazing reaction from the boat when you touch it. And also, Justin and I have been working with an incredible charity, youth charity in depression called Beyond. And 4 of their incredible, brave champions and ambassadors have agreed to tell their stories of depression, of where they've been, where they've come to, and where they're going. And again, there'll be a QR code which will enable you to bring your phone, scan the QR code, and you will actually be able to hear a 2-minute soundbite of that young person's journey through their depression. It really is truly incredible what we've done collectively.
I've never heard of anything quite like that, and the thought processes that have gone into the planning of this is incredible, because I suppose for anybody hearing those stories with that QR code, you're going to reach out to people who may relate to that, and as I say, and we've said throughout this interview, start that conversation. Absolutely.
I mean, Justin's heard the 4 conversations. They are hugely powerful, absolutely hugely powerful.
Yeah, fantastic.
And as Justin said, if we can just touch one young life, or one parent or guardian or carer, that actually then reaches out for help and assistance through our activation, you know, Justin and I will have done our job.
I think another thing as well with the boat is, like we suggested, is when we do tour around the school with it,
Yes,
it will give young people a chance to see it and hopefully be impressed and meet Bernie and hopefully be inspired, maybe be inspired by me as well, maybe.
I'm sure they will.
To stand alongside the boat and have that conversation of, you know, one side is going to be more about your inspiration, the depression, the hard times, but then the other side will be the flip side of that, hope. Where can it lead? How can you get hope? What is hope?
Yeah.
So what we want to do around the schools is to get kids in the playground to see the boat and to stand alongside the boat where they see themselves, how they picture themselves within the mural. Do they picture themselves in the sunny side where the beach is and everything's fantastic? Do they see themselves in the sort of stormy waters, or are they just standing where they are inspired by Bernie's pictures? So it's going to be a journey, and it makes me emotional every time, because I mean, it's taken me to some parts of my brain that, you know, obviously we're all aware of, but you sort of hide and keep at the back. But when you're sort of forced to bring them out, you know, it's a very you know, it's almost like you're naked, really. It's you're exposed, and I think that's the thing with mental health. It's very difficult to expose yourself and take help. So I think it, like you say, it's a monumental project. The team is huge. You know, we've got Parent Pay and all our amazing sponsors and supporters.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about support from your friends, Bernie, and you've got some great friends on board. And as you mentioned, Parent Pay, which as a parent myself, I use that all the time for, you know, our children when they go to school. It's that kind of company that you don't have to give them physical money. You can kind of pay it directly to the school for trips and stuff like that. But I know they've been a big part in getting this off the ground, haven't they?
Yes, they have. I mean, they've played a significant part, because it really fits in with their strategy. Their strategy is really to care for their customers, which are the parents and the children within every school. And as a consequence, it's been great for Justin and I, because what we've done through Parent Pay is we've been able to connect with over 6,500 high schools around the country and actually ask Justin's question, which is, what does hope mean to them? And as a consequence of that, we've actually opened a competition, and the competition is to actually engage with all of those children to draw a piece of art, do a picture, which Justin and a number of our guests are going to judge, and those winners are going to have their pieces of art integrated into Justin's mural, into this incredible artist that your husband is. And they're then going to be invited to our unveiling in London to meet some very special guests.
That is an amazing experience for them and an amazing thing for them to be a part of. Like I say, I could go on for ages talking about all the different elements. I mean, you've got the school tour, you've got, as I say, going to London. What else I want you to talk about whilst you're on is something that's very exciting that has only been announced today. And it's regarding this old book. Bernie, I'm voting. You've been made into a cartoon character, Bernie. Look at that.
It's a mini me, to be fair, which is quite scary, to be fair. But yeah, it was, what we're doing is the campaign is split up into two sections: early years, which is 5 to 11, and 11 to 18. The 5-year-old to 11-year-olds basically we have our ambassador, which is Natalie Reeves Billings, which you actually saw on the book. She's the author of Bernie and Boaty, and we've brought the story to life, where is my journey, which I leave from Liverpool, which is my home, and we leave and travel across the Atlantic in Boaty, and Boaty basically befriends me, and we become great friends across our crossing. And she's a little bit scared to start with, but by working together, we actually go through an awful lot of adversity on this journey, but we come out of it as stronger individuals, which is a great sentiment within the book. And yeah, I'm delighted to announce today that Melanie C, the mega star that is obviously from the Spice Girls, and they've basically had their anniversary of Wannabe today, which I think is it 25 years old today?
Yeah.
I think Wannabe. So we've got Melanie C, and we have an amazing person as well, Sasha, who's come on board to give us our shout out at the very end of the actual trailer, and it's been made into an animation. So yeah, we're really excited by that part
That
of
is
the
going to be
activation.
great. And I
Yeah.
think for younger children, I know as a parent, our children really absorb things when it's a book, when it's made into characters like this.
Absolutely.
And, you know, Melanie C, oh, I've got to say, I want to read the book. I want to hear the narration. She's like a huge icon. She's perfect. She's a mum herself. She's obviously, you know, Liverpool personified. How fantastic is that?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have both those stars on board, to be fair, and it was just incredible how we engaged with them, and they've come on board and they've actually understood really our story. And it goes back really to Justin, to be fair, because our story obviously is going to be put into this 42-foot amazing mural that Justin's created, and it's going to be this incredible floating work of art, which is actually going to be rowed 3,000 miles across the ocean and seen by over 880 million people around the world. Will see this image and start having a conversation about, well, what's all this about? Tell us about depression. Why are you trying to destigmatize it? And Melanie has come on board, and she truly understands really the message of what we're trying to do, which is clearly just very simply to open a conversation about depression and destigmatize it once and for all. And we're so very grateful for all of our friends that have come on board to help us get this message out in a very, very unique way.
It is brilliant. Now, I will let you go very soon, but as I say, I could have you on all evening, Bernie. It would be great. I just wish you were here in the Hive with me and Justin.
You will be soon.
Absolutely.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Come to the Hive in person.
Oh, I'd love to.
But how are you feeling about this incredible challenge that's coming up then? Because it's December 2022.
Yeah.
It is the Talisker Whiskey Boat Challenge.
It is.
3,000 miles, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
A one man in that boat. It's some challenge. Is this what you would say your biggest challenge yet, Bernie?
Yes, well, I don't really know, because it's the unknown, Michelle, to be fair. And that's what's really exciting about challenges is putting yourself into situations that you've never been there before and then trying to work it out. And so I'm really excited by going into the challenge, being on my own. This is a challenge that really is the first one that I've done solely on my own. I've walked through a desert on my own, but not for 90 days. So this is really going to really push me to the limit. And also from a mental health point of view, it's really going to push that side as well. It's going to actually make me feel what loneliness is, and make me feel what friendship means to me, make me think about the basics in life as opposed to the material things that we actually enjoy every day. It really is going to be a very sort of heart-rendering and soul-searching adventure, and yeah, it's one that I'm really looking forward to be fair, with great excitement.
Well, I've got you in your boat gear here. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah.
There you are.
Yeah, sorry to put your audience off.
This, Bernie?
Well, obviously, I rowed for a great club up in Chester, in Cheshire, called Grosvenor, and I've been actually sort of rowing now for 2.5 years at veteran level, because I'm coming into my 63rd year shortly. And they've been an amazing club, supporting me through my journey, through my training. But now we'll start to ramp up in the next 12 to 18 months as we go towards the start line. I'm going to be taking on more intensive training by taking my ocean-going boat out into the sea. I have to do over 180 hours of rowing to qualify, and 2 of those rows have to be through the night as well. So I'm looking forward to actually getting stuck in, so to speak, and getting out there and really getting the feel of the boat as well.
I'd be rubbish after 8 minutes, Bernie. Not 180 hours. How about you?
Oh, no, I'm going to sneak in with him.
There you go.
Because we look quite similar. I reckon we can get away with it.
I can see the likeness.
We can have a doppelganger, and Justin can get in, and I can have a kip, and then we can swap round. And
Imagine getting out at the other end and you've gone younger.
Oh. Justin, that sounds great to me, man.
And you are raising money as well at the same time. You've got 2 amazing places that the money is going to.
We are. All the funds that are raised are actually going to 2 great charities, the Samaritans and to Love Rowing. And both charities are hopefully going to be the beneficiaries of a lot of money, which will transform the lives of young people and their mental health. So Samaritans, we all know what they do. They're at the end of the line when obviously you're thinking about taking your life, and Samaritans are there to actually hopefully to persuade you not to do that. Every life is precious and no person needs to die in that tragic way. And then we have Love Rowing. We all know that sport is an amazing catalyst to actually get those endorphins running through your body. And in particular, Love Rowing focuses on young people, on young people's journeys. And a lot of money will be going into actually young mental health issues with regards to getting people active and getting them rowing boats, which is transformational in itself.
And you can donate from now, can you?
Yes, you can. You simply go to the boatofhope.com and just press the donate button. It's as simple as that.
Brilliant. Now, we've got some great messages coming in, Bernie. I don't know if you saw some of them that I've just flashed up earlier on, but Mandy says, what an amazing project. Good luck, Bernie, and well done, Justin, for the artwork. I hope there's the way we can follow your journey at sea. I believe there is, isn't there?
There is, Mandy, yeah. What you can do is dot watches, and the race is watched by millions of people around the world. And when we go to the start line and we start rowing, you're actually able to go to an interactive map, and you can actually see the dot, which is our boat, the Boat of Hope. You'll see her basically start to travel across the Atlantic second by second. I'm also going to be doing some live broadcasts from the ocean as well. I'll obviously be on the ocean Christmas Day on my own, and also I'll be on the ocean at New Year's Day as well. So I'll be looking to obviously do broadcasts on both days, so everybody can wish me happy Christmas and a happy New Year.
Are we going to get jingle bells on the ukulele?
Yeah, I'm taking my ukulele with me, Justin, and you can have jingle bells, you can request a song, and you can have it direct from the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, do you know what?
Donate to request.
You are brilliant. This whole project is fantastic.
Thank you, Michelle.
It's inspirational. It's well needed. And
thank you very much.
I wish you all the luck. Please come back on, won't you, in the next year and update us on the other amazing bits that I know are part of this whole journey.
Love to do that, Michelle. Thank you for having me on tonight.
And as you can see, the website is below, www.boatofhope.com. So follow Bernie, and if you can donate, please do. It's an amazing cause. We'll see you very soon.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Justin.
Take care, Bernie. See you soon.
Brilliant.
Take care.
Well, did you enjoy your very first Live in the Hive show?
Yeah, I felt under pressure.
Under pressure. Husband and wife team. It's like Tess Daly and Vern.
It's more than Richard and Judy, isn't it?
He's trying to say I don't know how I feel about that. Right, you can go.
I don't think we need to be a Jay. I'll stick to colouring it.
Right, no shush now. You're off camera. You're off camera. Gosh, we're gonna have a domestic, aren't we, after this program is finished? Well, thank you so much. It is the end of Live in the Hive this week. Thank you so much for joining us, getting involved in the conversation. As I said, we'd love lots more people to watch the show. So please share the news about Live in the Hive. Get people to follow the Live in the Hive Facebook page, or go to our YouTube page, which is Michelle Eagleton, and press that subscribe button. Come on, you know you want to do it. As you can see, though, next week we have got some great guests as well, so please join us. We have got the wonderful best-selling author Erica James and Martin Kay from It's a Little Bit Funny. So for now, I'm going to say bye from me, from Justin, who's just over there, and the kids, and we'll see you next week. Ta-ra!